Welcome to Stand Up and Stand Out, the confidence podcast for women who would like to boost their confidence and self-esteem and create happy, wealthy and fulfilled life. I'm Katia Dejewska and I will be sharing with you tips, tricks and life stories that helped women like you become fearless, to stand up and stand out. Hello and welcome to episode 30 of Stand Up and Stand Out, the confidence podcast. What do you need to know about imposter syndrome? What is it? What imposter syndrome is for you? You probably know. You probably know this feeling of being a pretendant, of just acting that you can do something and you're able to do something. And very often that imposter syndrome does not allow us to get out of the comfort zone that I was talking about in the episode 29. But you can easily quiet that syndrome down. You can overcome the imposter syndrome. And it's simple as brushing your teeth in the morning. But let's start with the beginning. What is imposter syndrome and how we can define that? An imposter syndrome is a bunch of feelings that you have in your body, in your mind, that simply make you feel inadequate to be someone, to act in a certain way, to say that you are a specialist in your field. And this inadequacy stops you from becoming successful in your field. Imposter syndrome is putting us into this chronic self-doubt, this feeling that you're a fraud, that despite all the certifications that are hanging on your wall, you should not call yourself a master degree in XYZ. You should not call yourself a coach of some sort. You should not call yourself good at something. This imposter syndrome is just a feeling that you're just a poser, that you're just acting that you are in a certain way, but in reality you're not. And believe me, I used to feel like an imposter whenever I had a client call and whenever I was supposed to record a video, or even when I was starting this podcast, I felt that who am I to do that? Who am I to tell you about confidence? Who am I to tell you what you can do to be more confident, to build your self-esteem? And then I realized that actually I am able to do that because I overcame all those things. I step out from the comfort zone on a daily basis. I faced the imposter syndrome. I built my confidence. Even people like Natalie Portman, a very well-known actress, had self-doubt when she was starting. She said, I felt like there had been a mistake, and that every time I opened my mouth, I would need to prove that I'm not just a dumb actress. Do you feel this sometime? Do you feel this, that you have to prove with every your word, with every your action, that you're good at something? Because otherwise you say that, others are lucky and I'm not. You have this tendency to assign success to luck. And when something is not happening to you, you just say that, oh, I'm not lucky. Or do you feel like a fake, that you simply don't deserve the success, that you probably haven't studied enough, that you may be too young, too thin, too fat, too tall, too short, too whatever, to be called a specialist in your field? Or do you look from the other side on that imposter syndrome, that you feel that success is a no big deal and it just happens and there should be no celebration because anyway, it just happened. It's okay. Don't think about success as the good timing or as you being lucky. You worked so long and you were learning so long to achieve different things that now you can do it. To overcome that imposter syndrome, I really want you to talk about your feelings. What do you feel when you're doing something? What do you feel when you achieve something? What do you feel when you're being hired to do a certain job? Do you tend to undermine yourself or do you tend to congratulate yourself? And if you are still in that, success is not a big deal, I was just lucky to have that contract, to achieve it, I want you to, instead of saying that, change your wording, change your attitude towards that, and start thinking about congratulating yourself, being proud of yourself. Even if you achieve something very, very small, say it, I'm proud I achieved it. I'm proud of that contract. I'm proud of having a new client. I'm proud of being able to manage that person who had troubles and now they're good. I taught them things because I knew better and I was able to help them out. I want you to also look at your life and look at all those things that are happening to you and that you think that they're coming out of luck and good fortune as your learning process. You've learned so many amazing things that you finally achieved that. And it's not just the meaning of luck, just because you were in the right place in the right time. It is because you are awesome. You are amazing. And you've learned to achieve it. One of the things that imposter syndrome does to you is to think through failures. But I don't want you to look at the failure as something negative, as something to put you down. Every time you fail, it is your opportunity to learn. It only means that this way is not yet your way. You can learn from your failure. Each failure is a lesson. Each moment you're falling down, it's the way to learn to get up and go. Imagine a kid that is learning how to walk. What would be if a little kid would give up after making a first step and falling down? Nobody would walk. Because they failed for the first time. They failed for the second time. They failed for the 20th time. That means that they cannot walk ever. But instead of looking at the failure, those little babies, those little kids are looking at the goal, at those people who are walking, who are around them, who are their motivation. If they found a way to walk, you can find a way to walk as well. It is seriously time to stop thinking about failing, stop thinking about what happened out of, a chance or a luck, and really focus on those learning points. The main way to overcome your imposter syndrome is to say, I'm just learning. I'll show you. I learn more, and next time I will achieve this goal. Thank you for listening to Stand Up and Stand Out, the Confidence Podcast. I have exciting news for you. Doors to Fearless Women Academy are opened. You can join now the 90 days coaching program. The program will help you let go of limitations and demons of the past and help you achieve the life full of happiness, wealth, and fulfillment. Are you ready to live the life you always dreamt about? Join today at thefearlesswomanacademy.com.